Hello everyone, I am Rakesh Sethi, lecturer in education, Gopalpur Degree College, Gopalpur, Baleshwar. Today we are going to discuss about the topic inductive and deductive methods of teaching. Inductive and deductive methods of teaching plays a very vital role in the teaching learning program. Inductive approach is advocated by Pestalozzi and Francis Bacon. The inductive method of teaching means the teacher presents the rule through situations and sentences and does guided practice. Then the learners do free practice. After that, the teacher deduces or elicits the rule from the learners themselves by themselves. An inductive approach of teaching languages starts with the examples and asks the learners to find rules. It can be compared with a deductive approach that starts by giving the learners rules, then examples, then practice. Inductive approach is based on the process of induction. In this, we first take a few examples and greater than generalize. It is a method of constructing a formula with the help of a sufficient number of concrete examples. Induction means to provide universal truth by showing that if it is true for a particular case, it is true for all such cases. Inductive approach is psychological in nature. The children follow the subject matter with great interest and understanding. This method is more useful in arithmetic teaching and learning. Inductive approach proceeds from particular cases to general rules of formula, known to unknown, from concrete instance to abstract rules, and simple to complex. There are different steps which are followed for the inductive methods, such as first steps is presentation of examples. In this step, teacher presents many examples of same type and solution of those specific examples are obtained with the help of the students. Second step is observation. After getting the solution, the students observe the rules and try to reach to some conclusion. Third step is generalization. After observation, the teacher and the children decide some common formula, principle, or law by logical mutual discussion. Fourth step is testing and verification. This step is very important for teaching arithmetic and mathematics. After deciding some common formula, principles, or law, children test and verify the law with the help of other examples. In this way, children logically attain the knowledge of inductive method by following the above formulas. Example may be given. The sum of two odd numbers is even. Sum of two odd numbers is even. The solution is a particular concept is 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, 1 plus 3 is equal to 4, 1 plus 5 is equal to 6, 3 plus 5 is equal to 8. The particular concept 1 plus 1, 1 plus 3, 1 plus 5 and 3 plus 5. It is seen that in general concept in the above we conclude that the sum of two odd numbers is even. The first one, 1 is an odd number plus 1 is an odd number, then is equal to, when it is 1 plus 1 is added, it is equal to 2. So 2 is the even number. 1 plus 3, 1 is odd number and also 3 is also odd number. When 1 and 3 is added, then it will be 4. 4 is the even number. So another example may be taken into consideration for understanding the inductive method. A teacher writes examples of simple present and simple past sentences on the board. The teacher then proceeds to explain the differences between present and past in English. Once the lecture is complete, worksheets are handed out and students are asked to convert simple sentences from present to past. This is the process of inductive method. The merits of inductive methods. First merit of inductive method is it enhances self-confidence. It develops self-confidence of the students. Next, it is a psychological method. The inductive method is a psychological method. Next, it is a meaningful learning. The inductive method is followed for meaningful learning. It is a scientific method of teaching. The inductive method is a scientific method of teaching. It solves the problem systematically. The next merit is it develops the habit of intelligent hard work. The inductive method develops the habit of intelligent hard work. Next, it helps in understanding because the students knows how to particular formula has been framed. Since it is a logical method, so it suits teaching of mathematics. The inductive method is suitable for teaching mathematics. It is a natural method of making discoveries. Majority of discoveries have been made inductively. It does not burden the mind. Formula becomes easy to remember. This method is found to be suitable in the beginning stages. All teaching in mathematics is inductive in the beginning. And demerits of inductive method. Certain complex and complicated formula cannot be generated. So this method is limited in range and not suitable for all topics. It is time consuming and a laborious method. It is also a lengthy method. Its application is limited to very few topics and it is also not suitable for higher classes. Inductive reasoning is not absolutely conclusive because the generalization made with the help of a few specific examples may not hold good in all cases. Then let us come to discuss the deductive method of teaching. Deductive method is the opposite of inductive method of teaching. And this deductive method is based on deduction. In this approach, we proceed from general to particular and from abstract to concrete. At first, the rules are given and the students are asked to apply these rules to solve more problems. This approach is mainly used in algebra, geometry, trigonometry because different relations, laws and formulas are used in these sub-branches of mathematics. In this approach, help is taken from assumptions, postulates of mathematics. It is used for teaching mathematics in higher classes. Deductive approach proceeds from general rule to specific instances, unknown to known, abstract rule to concrete instance, complex to simple. The steps in deductive approach. Deductive approach of teaching follows the steps for effective learning such as clear recognition of the problem, search for a tentative hypothesis, formulating of a tentative hypothesis, and then last step is verification. The 4 steps should be followed for deductive approach. For example, find out 102 to whole square. Solutions. In general, it is said a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab, or a square plus 2ab plus b square. In particular, 102 is divided into 2 parts, 100 plus 2 whole square. That means in the formula a plus b whole square, a square plus b square plus 2ab, or a square plus 2ab plus b square. So in this case, 102 is divided into 100 plus 2 is equal to, the same formula is applied, a square plus b square plus 2ab. So 100 square plus 2 square plus 2 into 100 into 2 is equal to 100 square is equal to 1000 plus 2 into 2 4 plus 400. The sum total of 102 whole square is 10,404. Another example may be taken for a deductive approach. Suppose a teacher writes on the board a few examples of simple present and simple past sentences. The teacher then asks the students what differences they notice in the sentences. What differences the students notice in the sentences of the present and simple past sentences. The students discuss the differences and maybe even try converting some simple sentences from present to past on their own. Finally, the teacher explains the rules for converting sentences from past to present. The merits of deductive method. It is a short and time-saving method. It is suitable for all topics. Deductive method is very short and time-saving method. It is also suitable for all topics. This method is useful for revision and drill work. There is use of learner's memory, and it is very simple method. The deductive method is a very simple method, and it helps all types of learners. It also provides sufficient practice in the application of various mathematical formula and rules. The speed and efficiency are increased by the use of this method. And the speed and efficiency of the students are developed or increased when they use the deductive methods. Probability in induction gets converted into certainty by this method. Then we come to discuss the demerits of the deductive method. It is not a psychological method. It is not easy to understand. The deductive method is not easy to understand. It takes the pupil's mind. It does not impart any training in scientific method. It is not suitable for beginners. It encourages cramming. It puts more emphasis on memory. Students are only passive listeners. It is not found quite suitable for the development of thinking, reasoning, and discovery. let us come to discuss what is the difference between inductive and a deductive method. Inductive and deductive language teaching and learning are very important in education. They are two distinct and opposing instructional and learning methods. Both methods require the presence of teacher and instructor, or a student and a learner. The inductive and deductive methods of teaching require the presence of a teacher or instructor and a student or learner. The biggest differences between the two methods are the focus and follow-up information, as well as the roles of the teacher and students. In one side, it gives focus on the flow of information. On the other side, it also gives focus on the role of teacher and students. Inductive teaching and learning means that the direction of the flow of information is from specific to general. In terms of teaching, the lesson is started with activities or experiment. It is mostly focused on the students and their capacities and abilities rather than on the teacher. The inductive or deductive methods mainly gives the focus on students and their abilities, capacities. There are many advantages of inductive teaching and learning. Knowledge is acquired naturally and students are encouraged to utilize their reasoning skills, prior knowledge, intelligence, mental focus, etc. This method also measures how a student makes connections based on the information presented. Since inductive technique and learning involves the student's perspective, it is easier for the student to learn the concept. Concept under this method can be personalized and easily remembered and understood. This is a method of discovery and can be time consuming as well as demanding of the student's imagination. It also demands the creativity of students. Inductive teaching is perfectly suited for a small group of students with a competent and experienced teacher who knows how to make adjustments throughout the lesson. The counterparts of inductive teaching is the deductive teaching. In this method, the role of the teacher is prominent as he or she is the person who gives and disseminates all information. Teacher provides knowledge, information, theory, or principles to the students. The flow of information in this method is from general to specific. The deductive method is the traditional method of teaching. Knowledge is taken from a general reference or source and then communicated to the learner. From the above discussion, it is concluded that inductive and deductive method go side by side. Without inductive method, deductive method cannot be successful. Then the inductive and deductive methods of teaching plays a very vital role in the teaching mathematics, especially in the field of algebra. This is all about the inductive and deductive method of teaching. Thanks to all.